Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Stubbs here. Welcome back to the second episode of my new series where I pretty much explain to you guys what you may not have known about GT5. You know, some of the things that are in the game, maybe like suspension, drivetrain, or transmission, which are the 3 episodes that I'm going to be doing. I don't think I'll do any more because, you know, it's pretty much easy to understand whatever everything else does in the game because it's kind of obvious. But some stuff about the suspension, if you guys have missed that episode, it is in the description box. There's a link down there you can click and it'll be taking you over to the previous episode where you will see the suspension basically explained and in a little bit more detail basically, so you guys will understand it. And also there, once the transmission episode goes up, that'll be down in the description box as well, but that'll be in 2 days time. So anyway, let's get back to this video. Today I'm going to be explaining the drivetrain, and I'll be explaining pretty much what everything does here in the drivetrain itself. So we have the clutch, the flywheel, the differential, and the prop shaft. So I'll explain pretty much what everything does here. So usually clutches come with single plate, twin plate, or triple plate. Okay, or else you have the DSG, which is the first one that popped into my head because I'm into Volkswagens. But that has 2 clutches basically, which operate first, third. Well, one of them operates first, third, and fifth, and then the other one operates second, fourth, and sixth. And that's not in this game, but I'm just explaining to you guys how the DSG works for some reason. I don't know why, but that enables for quicker changes between gears because one of them prepares itself before you actually change gear into the next one, basically. So anyway, so clutches are very easy to, well, they're not very easy to understand, but they are pretty easy, but you may get them mixed up. Basically, I'll tell you the difference between a normal clutch and the twin clutch plate. Single plate clutches, which is very weird that they've said this in this game. It's kind of weird because every clutch has a plate, like an actual clutch plate in it, but in this game, they called this one a single plate clutch. They should have called it a lightweight clutch plate, because that's pretty much what it is. As you can see here, a clutch engages and disengages the transmission of the engine, torque between the engine and the gears, making it lighter, allows for quicker gear change. So basically this is pretty much like a lightweight clutch that you install in the car. That's what makes this better than the original clutch. Now the twin plate clutch basically reduces the clutch diameter by using 2 clutch plates. This reduces momentum when the clutch spins, improving the engine responsiveness and enabling quicker gear changes. So obviously this helps with quicker gear changes, but having 2 clutches in there, or 2 clutch plates in there, not 2 clutches because it's still the same clutch, it basically reduces the spin of the clutch, right, when it spins, and this makes the engine basically react faster to when you're basically changing gear, making your gear changes going a little bit faster. So I'm trying to think how to explain this the best way I can to you guys, so it'll be easy to understand. So 2 clutch plates will basically hold more torque. So let's say if you have a car that has high torque, for example a diesel, diesels usually need a lot of torque to get them rolling. They are usually very, very good with a twin plate clutch. Now that increases the force of the pressure plate, which will usually make the pedal a little bit harder to push down. So adding basically a second clutch, it allows you to hold more torque. So let's say you modify a car to have like really high horsepower, and you're gonna have like a lot of torque. Twin clutch plate basically will make all of that torque be able to get handled by the transmission. So when you change gear or something, you don't like lose revs when you change gear. Usually when you see me do my drift cars, I get some cars that have way too much torque for the gears that they're in. So like usually you get me going around and changing from 3rd to 4th gear or something in the middle of a drift, and it just doesn't have the same amount of power, and that's due to the clutch not being able to handle the high torque. So that's pretty much what the twin plate clutch is. It will allow you to handle more torque, so I guess it's a very, very good install. So basically the flywheel is very, very easy to understand. It's basically connected to the engine directly, and that pretty much connects to the clutch, which will later connect to the transmission. So the flywheel basically is the only difference with a normal flywheel and the semi-racing flywheel or the sports flywheel is basically putting in a lighter, you know, flywheel just so you can have that engine responsiveness. Okay, so the differential is very, very easy to understand as well. Like a lot of people are saying that this is so very difficult to understand, but like if you're given the wrong information, then yes, it is difficult to understand. However, I'll explain to you guys what it does. So first of all, the differential in the car basically make sure your wheels spin at different speeds. That's pretty much its main job. It's basically to send the power to the wheels coming from the engine, so it'll make the wheels basically move at different speeds, especially when going around corners. That's very, very helpful. If you guys remember in my suspension video, I said that using toe and camber will make your wheels spin at different speeds. Yes, that helps, but the differential is the one that does the actual job. Like, so the wheels on the inside basically spin faster than the wheels on the outside. So basically, this will help you, especially if you install the limited slip differential or the fully customizable limited slip differential. This will basically help you, you know, customize how fast you want the wheels to spin. And I'll show you guys now what the setup is here. So basically, this is a standard setup that you get on a car, especially because this is a rear-wheel drive, not a front-wheel drive. So you're gonna get to change the ones at the back, because those are the ones that you're actually going to need to tweak. So first of all, the initial torque is when. So basically, that's when you would want the differential to come in. Basically, and that's adjusting the amount of torque. Usually, having it pretty low is very good, because you slow down and you go into the corners and you're pretty low torque. That's when you want the differential to actually kick in and be able to help you out. So the acceleration sensitivity, that pretty much comes down to what track you drive on, what car you have, and that's pretty much it. And then the braking sensitivity is basically the deceleration of the car. It's not the acceleration, but the deceleration. So that's basically when you brake and you go into a corner, and that's pretty much what that changes. And that all depends on what car you have and what track you drive on and stuff like that. So the fully customizable LSD will be handy pretty much all the time on any car, so make sure you buy this as well. So the last thing here that we have is a propeller shaft or a drive shaft, and this pretty much, you know, propels the car forward or drives the car forward. So this basically handles the torque between the transmission and the differential. So basically it sends the power from the transmission to your differential, which will then send the power to the wheels. But basically this has to be insanely strong, because it has to handle all the torque that your car has to give out. So this will basically just transport all the torque to your differential, and basically changing it from a standard propeller shaft to a carbon propeller shaft makes this one a little bit lightweight and high strength. As you can see here, it tells you that's basically it makes it lighter and makes it stronger, so that improves, you know, engine responsiveness and all that stuff. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you guys understand a little bit more what the drivetrain does and everything in it here. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, because I want as many people to find out about this video as possible. I want many people to, you know, to find it and hopefully find it interesting to watch. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.